And right out of the gate here at 6 a.m., ABC 15 is staying on top of a current manhunt that is underway in the search for the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk. Memorials are growing across this country and right here in Arizona, a place Kirk and his family called home.
Yeah, the conservative activist was speaking to students during an event at Utah Valley University when a suspect opened fire. A motive for that shooting does remain unclear, though the governor of Utah called the shooting a political assassination in a press conference yesterday.
Now, in just moments, we are expecting to hear from members of Utah law enforcement as they are ready to give us an update on this investigation. We do, though, as we wait for them to go live with us, do want to talk about Turning Point USA. This was Kirk's organization and one that gained a lot of momentum here over the past couple of years.
Yeah, based right here in Arizona as well. We do want to bring you into that press conference now with Utah officials, of course, them and the FBI working on this case.
A closer look at the disturbing rise in political violence across this country on both sides of the aisle.
Plus the remarkable influence of Charlie Kirk, a husband and father.
We've heard a lot from both sides of the aisle.
We sure have, yes.
From different leaders who have expressed their condolences.
Absolutely. We've heard from Daniel Hernandez, who was with Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords at the time of that 2011 shooting in Tucson. We've heard from Gabby Giffords herself in a statement, her husband, U.S. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly as well. Katie Hobbs coming out. And of course, we've also heard from the church that he worshiped at, which held a lot of Turning Point USA events as well, Dream City Church, talking about how even though his voice is silenced, that they feel like his legacy will live on. We've heard that from students as well, talking about who were at that event, saying, you know, sometimes this could be a horrible motivator to continue to speak out, right? That they know they don't want to be silenced.
And I'm glad you said that. This is one of those mornings where we need to lean into each other, no matter what side of the aisle you are on. Our Adam Mintzer is outside the headquarters there at Turning Point USA, and it is right here in the Valley. Good morning.
Good morning, right here in the Valley, and so many people not realizing that Turning Point USA is just a block or two away from their home. We've been seeing people come out here to pay their respects to Charlie Kirk all morning long, some before the sun even rise. I want to bring in one of those people right now. John came here this morning. He says he didn't realize he was just a couple blocks away from Turning Point. John, you said you've been a fan of Charlie Kirk's for about 4 years now. You're 33, so the age of his death impacting you. What were your thoughts when you heard that news yesterday?
Saddening, very, very saddening. Disappointment, anger, but I mean that's the world that we live in right now, and it's just sad.
You were saying that you felt like your own First Amendment rights, you lost some First Amendment rights yesterday. Can you tell me a little bit more? Yeah,
usually when I grew up, when I was younger, words didn't really affect you, and now it just seems to. It just offends everybody. You can't say anything anymore. You just got to keep to yourself, and that's not life.
What are some of the messages of Kirk's that you take away? I mean, we were looking at those notes a little bit earlier that were being left with memorial, people saying they want to carry on the legacy. What does that mean to you as somebody who believed in a lot of what he was saying?
Definitely makes me want to tell more people about my beliefs. A lot harder than I did before. I'm a conservative, and to me it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you're going to educate me about what you think, I will hear it, as long as you're willing to hear what I have to say as well.
John, thank you so much for spending time with us this morning, and I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. I know that special report is coming up.